guys, it's Scout. And last week we attempted to do the through ride of the Centennial Trail in South Dakota. We were planning on doing 20 to 25 miles a day for 5 days. We only ended up doing 3, and we stopped the night of day 3. Some of the reasons that we stopped were Woody did get a cut on her leg, and so we had to find medicine, and that was daily wound cleaning. And since it's just me and my mom with 2 dogs and 3 horses, and I'm too small to throw the saddles and the packs onto the horses, it took us a very long time to get going in the morning. On the night of day 3, we found someone that could take us home, and we jumped at that opportunity and went home. This does not mean that we are failures. It just means that we tried something and we didn't succeed on what we wanted, but we can definitely do something like it someday else. We use Gaia GPS, not just since we carry paper maps. We also use that to look at all of our trails and track where we're going, and it adds up, and we can add up a lot of miles, which is also very nice. And our horses also use scoot boots. We had so much fun on that trip, but like everything else I said, it was getting really stressful, especially for me and my mom, and the animals too. But it was an amazing experience, and it was very fun. The terrain was lovely, and we had a lot of fun all together. It just wasn't the time for us to do this big ride. We have never packed out like this, and our horses have never carried things like this. So we want to condition them more, and hopefully someday we can maybe do the Centennial Trail again, or something else, maybe even more challenging. See you out on the trail. Cave National Park, and we are going to sign in, and we have already seen like 100 buffalo or bison. Hi guys, it's Scout, Coda, and Kaya, and we are at the start of our 123-mile through ride of the Centennial Trail in South Dakota, and we cannot wait to share it with you. See you out on the trail.
We've just started at the Wind Cave National Park end of the Centennial Trail, and it looks like we're about to enter into this canyon. We had a crazy start, not very fast, because we had to keep getting off and making adjustments with our packs and our boots, but we're on our way now and we're doing good. Come on, Woody.
Come on, Woody. Show the followers how you can cross the bridge.
Woody uses the bridges, but she probably won't till we get started.
We are a little bit into our ride, and we already encountered our first buffalo. We are making a very good wide berth on them, and we are also riding through Prairie Dog Town right now. You can probably hear them because they're loud little suckers. See you out on the trail. Easy, Coda, easy. Take it easy. No. No, stop. Come on, let's go. Come on, no. Now, walk on the trail. Good girl. Sorry, Kaya.
Good girl.
Looks like a spine.
So we need to get in this gate right there. Pronghorn are in there, but there's 2 bison right here very close to the gate. How'd you like the bison, Kaya? Kind of close.
Hi guys, it's Scout, Coda, and Kaya, and we're about into 1 mile of Custer State Park, and we just left Wind Cave, and so far it's going great. See you out on the trail. Ooh, wow, that's pretty. That's pretty. Guys, it's Scout, and we just made it to our first campsite. And it is our first night of our 123-mile through ride of the Centennial Trail in South Dakota. We started in Wind Cave National Park, and we are now in Custer State Park. We stopped now at 13 miles because the horses were really tired because this is their first time packing heavy like this, and Woody did get a cut on her leg. Also because it's getting a little bit late, and we kind of got a late start because it took us a while to get to the trailhead, and then we had to tack up, and we didn't get going till about 11 a.m. We have a really nice campsite here, and we are loving it so far. As you can see, we already have our hammock set up. This is what we're going to be sleeping in for the whole time. We do also have rain covers, but it's a 0% chance of rain, so we didn't set those up today. They're super lightweight, so they're really nice. We also have a water source down there, a little stream. You can't see it, but it's down there. There was a couple of buffalo, or bison, whatever you want to call them, on the trail in here, not too far from here, but we're like kind of up in the trees, kind of in the mountain area, hills, and they're down in a valley down there, in that valley. So, also the horses are on high lines, and they are completely used to that. We've camped with our camper multiple times, and they have been on high lines. See ya on the trail. Coda and Kaya, and this is morning 2 of our through ride of the Centennial Trail in South Dakota. That herd of buffalo that you can see, it's right across from our camp that we were staying at this morning. This morning from our hammocks, we could see them marching down the road from wherever they were the other night. And then a little after that, we could see some marching down from the mountain, and that's probably this herd. See you out on the trail.
There's a bison back there on that tree trying to rub its fur off. There he goes, he's walking out. That's the road. It's just walking down the road. Puck's happy he found a swimming hole. Good job, ladies. go, buddy. Come on, go ahead. This is Hell Hill. We're obviously not riding up this. And where horses, this is not quite as steep here, so we just let them go. We're told there's a meadow at the top, so they'll stop there. Come on, Mama. You can do it.
Just conquered Hell Hill.
There's a nice meadow at the top. So you let your horses go this last bit. And they stop up here to have something to eat and rest while you finish climbing.
Hi guys, it's Scout, and this is it's morning 3 of our through ride of the 123-mile Centennial Trail in South Dakota. We've had some great times on this adventure, and it's been amazing so far. It's been lovely terrain. We've had a lot of buffalo encounters, which has been amazing. A lot of water crossings, which I love. Excuse me. And it's just been overall great terrain, and we've loved it so far. But ever since we started and we left the first trailhead, it has honestly been kind of stressful. First off, we couldn't even find the trail to get onto it because it was just too small, and even though it was right in front of our faces, we couldn't see it. And we just didn't figure out how to pack our packs correctly yet, because we've never packed like this before. And then not even into the first hour, Woody cut her leg, and we had to find medicine for that and clean her wound a couple times a day, and it was just, that slowed us down a lot. And then we figured out on the second day that my D-ring on the middle of my pack broke, so excuse me, so it couldn't hold it up anymore, and my pack was just sliding to the side, completely on Dakota's leg, and it started pulling my saddle with it. So that was just getting really stressful for me, and that was kind of my breaking point. And I started crying, and I really just wanted to go home. But we couldn't find anyone who could come and pick us up, so we made camp at this beautiful place where we are now. Excuse me. And we're gonna try to ride today, and it's either gonna go two ways. Either it's going to go amazing, and that's going to inspire us to keep pushing on, or it's just going to have more problems. And there's a trailhead a couple miles away, and we do have someone who can come and pick us up if we need it. So I guess what I learned from this is, for example, I always tell myself when I get on, when I put my foot in the stirrup, I have the power to get off. And that's kind of the same as this. Even though we started this great journey and it has been amazing, it's okay to stop, and it's okay to finish where you probably didn't want to finish before you started this amazing journey. So I guess what I learned is you're not a failure if you don't do exactly what you were thought you'd do. See you out on the trail. Let's go, Coda.
Oh. You just go. Good job. Good girl, Coda. Good girl. Watch Woody's. Keep going. She's coming through.
Come on. Go.
Good.
Walk. Hi guys, it's Scout, and as some of you may know, one of our horses did get a wound on her leg on our camping trip a couple of days ago, and I thought I would show you guys how we dealt with it and cleaned it. When your horse gets a wound or a human gets a wound, you're going to want to take quality drinking water and just flush it out with a syringe, like this one. And you're also going to want to pick through it as you're squirting it once you've squirted it a little bit, and then probably squirt it again. And then what we used was this. It's got betadine in it, water, and it's already moist. You don't need to add water to it. And it has a scrubby side and like a spongy side that's soft. You can also use this, which has it also has betadine in it. And that's how we cleaned her wound, and then we syringed it after that to get like the soap and stuff out. And we have, when we've seen people's like first aid kit stuff for when they go out packing and stuff, their part of their medical kit is diapers, which I see why you'd want to use that for padding, but like we didn't use that because we were going through water a lot, and that was just gonna soak up water and just get all soggy and gross. And also some people would try to use it for stopping bleeding, but diapers, of course, they're not gonna stop bleeding, they're just gonna soak it all up. Once we cleaned it, we used roller gauze. We put that on first, and then we put vet wrap over it. Be careful not to tie it too tight. And that, at the end of the day, we were doing a lot of water crossings and deep water where the horse was getting her like really wet. And by the end of the day, everything was dry. There wasn't a single drop of water. And we also carry Buteless Butte with us, which is basic. It's not really for wounds, like to give your horse when it has a wound. It's basically just achy or like a hard day, or they're just sore. But for Woody, when we use Real Butte for her wound. So that's how we did her wound stuff and all of our wound stuff. So see you out on the trail.